Dude, today at work, we started watching the new Jurassic Park. Okay.
Oh, I
And
actually haven't seen many.
I,
I saw the first new one with Chris Pratt with Blue and
right,
everything, like when it first
like
came back.
Jurassic World, like
Yeah, the
2018.
first, yeah, like where the
Yeah.
mosasaur or
So
whatever eats
that's
the
kind of,
pterodactyl. That's the one. That's the last one I've seen.
yes. Okay. So I'm behind on them also. I've been slacking a little on my Jurassic Park, movies, right? That being said, right? So we start this movie, Steven. We start this movie. And it begins with this text that this is the reason I'm talking about it because I was just like, Steven. It says, it's been 32 years since dinosaurs have come back and interest has waned.
No way.
No, hey,
That would,
Steven.
bro. Human beings, like any human being on this planet right now, even the ones that see him every day, would still want to go see a monkey if there was a monkey nearby. And that's a
100%.
creature I know exists.
Steven, let me tell you some things that have been around 32 years or longer that people still like go to see, right? Okay? All right.
Mm-hmm,
Starting first of all, zoos, like you suggested, zoos. People go to zoos
mm-hmm.
all the time. Every day, people are going to zoos. People are filling up them zoos, right? Thing number two, museums. Not, they don't have dinosaurs. They not most museums don't even have real dinosaur fossils. They have dinosaur fossils that people are like just reconstructed, right? Yet they still go see them. Dead dinosaurs, people go see. You know what else people go see after 32 years, Steven?
Mm-hmm.
Movies about dinosaurs.
Yeah. The irony of that
Like
that
I
very
like
quote.
I like to imagine that they're aware of it and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, movie like attention or like interest in our movies have waned. But dude, that does not excuse the fact that listen, man, listen. People are still going on It's a Small World or whatever at Disney. People still go to Epcot after a billion years. We would go see dinosaurs every single year if it were possible. Please bring dinosaurs. Go find the mosquitoes. I'm so sick of AI. Talk to them until we like Brendel fly a solution and life finds a way and we get dinosaurs. I don't care. You want to be like, oh, these movies,
We don't even need to go that far back. You can start off with the woolies. Like, let me see a
right?
woolly rhino, a woolly mammoth. I'd lose
100%.
my shit.
What are
You
we
know,
doing?
saber
No,
tooth. Like, just bring the first era back.
right? I just don't, and I get it. I get it. It's like, oh, aren't you going to learn lessons from movies? No, no, I'm not. What I'm going to learn is I want to see dinosaurs, and you're going to give them to me. Yeah, we have issues. I'm sorry. Let's get to our actual show. Hello, welcome to We Have Issues. I'm Anthony.
And I am Stevie Wildcard.
And every week, my best friend Stevie Walcott and I get together and we do our best to overcome the various issues and obstacles and friggin' movies that tell us that we shouldn't have dinosaurs that life throws our way. And we overcome them in order to get something done. Most recently, we've been working on a supernatural superhero culty comedy comic called Deathless. Steven, how are we doing on the book?
Ooh, we're doing good, but I did not do good this week.
I didn't either, Steven. Double failure. We both failed. Two failures. Double trouble. It's
It's the classic. If the weekend's busy, the comic just doesn't get progress. You know what I'm
not.
saying? That's just like what happens. You know,
Yeah, I
Saturday between Saturday and Sunday, it was just too busy of a weekend to really like nail in some time. So
Yeah, dude, I've been going through like kind of double things lately. So this week, obviously, like you said, it was a busy weekend, but we played D&D this week, which was really
hmm
cool.
it
But
was.
I also had to write an entire campaign,
hmm
this week that was to be played by us. So so that's what I spent like a chunk of my time on. Aside from that, dude, I've been going through. I don't know why, but every once in a while, maybe you call it depression. I don't, but every once in a while, my brain just like goes on like rapid fire, awful, nothing's okay, everything's bad. I'm gonna just swallow a pound of cement, quicksand, and like that's just what
And
happens.
just sink to the bottom of
Yeah,
me.
yeah, pretty much. And that's kind of what's been happening lately. And it sucks because like I can feel it. I like feel myself getting there and I feel the way I'm interacting with people where I'm like, oh, I'm being less jokey and less interesting and I'm not as pleasant to be around. Not like I'm never overtly negative about other people or anything like that, but like I can feel it in myself where I'm like, I'm not like this like bright shining light or anything
Mhm.
right now. I am just I'm a dull bulb that's dying, Like I'm my own mosquito, I'm my own bug zapper basically. You know?
Ah,
Yeah, yeah. And it's only hurting, and unfortunately other people are drawn to it who are close.
yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to hurt anyone ever, So I'm just like, crap, I have to get out of this. So I decided, Steven, I decided recently, I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna be negative. I'm just gonna be like,
Actually, I'm not going to participate in what you're telling me to participate in, body.
100.
I'm just
Yeah,
good.
yeah, 100%. Okay, I'm just like because here's one of many things, Steven. I don't care what the general public has to say about anything. I've really like, and I'm okay with being like old man shakes a cloud with most things. I always have been. I'm gonna be that to myself. I'm gonna be contrarian to my own idiocy when I like do this because like I know in reality, like I write these books and like do things with you and like I love all the stuff we make. Like I never feel like, this is garbage. I suck. I never actually feel that. But for some reason, I've been like letting the lack of overwhelming success, like the lack of like,
Mm.
like movie deals or whatever, just like, kind of define my level of success. And I
I
don't
was
want,
even I was honestly kind of thinking about it ourselves because we obviously started doing Deathless and pursued Deathless because we wanted to go just a little bit more comic-y, basically. We wanted to actually be comic book
right.
writers and artists, not just.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like our next like project really should be something as heavy as Play It Again. Maybe not obviously as tonally, but maybe we should just like let's just make like a short movie and a comic book basically. Maybe we don't go fantastical. Maybe we stick to grounded mysticism, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like maybe we recreate Play It Again without such a sad,
Yeah.
premise, but you get what I'm saying? Like I almost feel like Play It Again was so different. And I think a lot of people really loved talking about Play It Again and were surprised by Play It Again. And, maybe
Yeah.
that's what it is. I don't know, though, because I like Deathless a lot. You know what
I
I'm
do
saying?
too.
I really do.
I love it, and I think that like once it's completely finished, people are
Mhm.
going to discover it and hopefully enjoy it as much as we enjoyed the story. It does suck having a thing like as far as Play It Again, we could talk about the entire story without feeling like we were spoiling anything. Whereas now I'm like we can only talk about so much of it before I'm like I don't want to give away the ending because like there are fulfilling things that happen here that are
I
enjoyable.
do feel though, like after this issue, I think issue 5 we will be able to talk
Yeah,
about because the
yeah.
biggest reveal does happen at the end of this issue, and once that's revealed, we can definitely probably show panels of issue
Yeah, it
5 and things
was
like.
lost
Ish,
all along. No, no.
yeah,
This is, but I see where your head's at though. Like, whereas like this is a thing that's more comic booky, but has like some of those themes in it. Maybe we should lean into the like, hey, write something that's really personal to us. That's kind of what I've been like. I've been working on this outline for this novel. I talked about it a little bit on the
hmm,
podcast, and like I jumped into it again this week as much as I possibly could to try to like crawl out of this like quicksand because I was like I need to write something. I need to like get like some creative energies out. And Carly and I like we decided like okay, we're gonna take an hour at night and just like right when Atlas goes to bed, we're gonna take that hour and work on stuff, and then after that we'll spend our time together and everything still like have like our nice like time
yeah.
together. So, dude, I've been taking that time and like outlining this idea, and it's not super grounded, like in reality. I mean, it is in reality, yes, but like it's a fantasy thing that I think it would make a cool comic book, honestly. But
Well, that's.
like,
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think like that's. Like I said, I think we did
but
break a little bit of a mold with Play It Again, and I
yeah,
think maybe we should try to be more challenging because like even I mean Western comics as a whole are kind of slowly they've been dwindling. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
maybe
yeah, yeah.
just the
Well,
oversaturation of heroism and what I'm saying like
yeah, that's true. I mean, like once we get to the point where Deathless is completely finished and we're ready to like move on to the
hmm
next thing, I'm sure we'll have like a lot of ideas, or maybe we'll pitch some and we'll figure something out. But like I do think this idea would be cool. Like maybe we could do a book and a like a novel and a
like
comic.
like even like maybe a sequence from the book or something like that. I get what you're
That'd be
saying.
cool. But like, I don't know. Cause I mean, it would be a cool graphic novel, that's for sure. But I don't know, dude. Like, I wonder what our next project should be. Like I want to make
Hmm.
something cool, but I also want to make something that like we're both going to be really proud of, but also something that like we can. We always want to do something that only we could do, something that like like we feel like
Yeah.
defines us and our perspective and our the themes we want to share and the questions we want to explore, the things that we want to, show other people that we found in life or whatever. Um, but we also can't be too niche about it if we ever want
Yeah.
people to read it. And I think that's where my current frustrations lie, where I'm just like, you get to the point where you're like, why would I even tell this story? I already know how this story goes, and no one's gonna read it. You start doing that thing, and
Hmm.
I'm just like, I do know there are people out there who love our stuff. It's just like it's niche, and I don't know. I don't know how to solve that problem because I know the answer is simply luck and time. You know what I mean? Like it
Hmm.
sucks because if everyone watching this right now, if you're watching this right now, right? We don't have like ads or anything like that. I literally can't run ads for Table Scraps, my book. I can't because of the cover. I can redo the cover so it doesn't have any sort of like grotesqueries on it, but I love my cover and I really don't want to do that.
Hmm.
But like if you're watching this right now, go like just share our books. Like if you ever read any of our books, just go tell people about them. Like literally anyone. Just be like, hey, you right there on the street, read our book. Like it doesn't matter.
And I'm gonna say this does the only person. Well, I mean, I'm sure we've all shared the books, but Levi has definitely shared our books with as many people
Oh yeah,
as he can.
absolutely. And
So
like yeah, and she knows it. Like we're super thankful. And like, but it's so interesting because if any one entity, like if any group, like a show or a creator or whatever it is, just finds 10 Levi's, and like especially if you get 100 Levi's, that's how you reach that next level of, oh, people are actually watching this thing and people actually care about this enough to like really support it in various ways. It sucks, because I
and
like
that does not go without saying that everyone who tunes in every week and support you all are incredible. We just need more people in the colony. Like we
right.
just need more people drinking
But
the dirt flavored Kool-Aid.
it's true, but I think that's the thing is like we're really good at like you all know if you're watching this to this extent like we'll talk to you, invite you to our wedding, hang out with you, like put you in our books and like and we're happy to. I love supporting the people out there. I love being like I love creating an actual colony. It's really great. And I do understand the danger of letting as or welcoming as many people as
Yeah,
possible.
once we start getting
But
getting those numbers up, then percentages start to increase from the I get
yeah,
you.
and then well, what happens is the comment section becomes frustrating, right? So
Mm.
for instance, I used our Patreon money to run ads this week, right? So if you notice our last episode, did you see our views on our last episode?
No, I did. Is it crazy?
Go look at it. Can you see it right now? Tell
I
me
can
how
pull it
many.
up right now on my
Yeah,
phone.
tell me how many views.
Oh my God. 3,000?
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
I ran an ad for a week, right? It's just from last week till it ends tomorrow. And we got 3,000 views on that, right? Views, wonderful. Our subscriber count has not gone up at all, right? Um, we did get one comment that was like weirdly like transphobic, and I deleted it. I
Mm.
was just like, we're not here for this nonsense. I don't want you, like to be a part of this. Like God, we are here to help people and support people and be cool and just freaking like celebrate our, overcoming various issues. And we know everyone has them. We have them. That's why we're here talking about it. But it's just like it sucks to be like, I want to reach those other levels, but what did Michael Scott say? I want all of the credit and none of the blame. Like I
Yeah,
want
basically.
I
Yes,
want
Steve, I would actually like all the credit and none of the blame.
yeah, I want none of the bad stuff that comes with that level
That's
of
such a good episode of The Office, by the
popularity.
way. The Golden Ticket episode.
Dude, it's my favorite episode, I think.
It's the
I
best episode of The Office.
yeah.
I mean, Michael, actually, just we started watching his not to get off topic, but we started watching his season 9 superfan episodes finally
Oh,
came out, so
oh, cool.
it's been fun to watch. But anyways, yeah, Michael Scott seasons are obviously the best.
But it sucks because I guess I'm pulling myself out of that pit. I'm starting to write stuff again, so I'm feeling better. I'm still spiraling as far as like what to do with our comics next because I want to make something great. Like I like our sorceress
Hmm.
idea. I also like scavengers and absentees and like all these. Like I like this new idea I have. We could also do like an anthology of shorts. Remember we were pitching maybe doing a horror anthology and then we can make movies based on them or something, like
Yeah,
that would be
that
cool.
works too.
Yeah.
Um, I'm debating too on our next project, just going back to pencils and board. I'm like really
Yeah,
starting to like feel the limitations of at least how much I can do in digital.
right.
But yeah, it's a tough call, but I'm debating it because I feel like I just lack a certain fluidity
Yeah,
versus digital versus pencil. I really do. Like I do feel stiff sometimes, but then I also remember all the drawbacks of pencil and board, which is like
dude. Oh,
backgrounds and stuff are so much simpler
oh,
on
100%.
computer. Like anything that I need straight lines for, I don't need to bust out a ruler, like panels even. Like
Yeah. Um, Honestly, you could do like a hybrid situation, you
yeah,
know?
I was thinking that. The only one of the biggest perks to digital is that it self inks. I'm not
Yeah.
sketching,
Oh,
then inking my sketch, and it saves it's
100%.
a whole process that saved time,
Yeah,
So
very true, dude.
I
Um,
don't know. I think I'm just beating myself up. I've also noticed, I don't know why I never noticed it before. I think I've talked about it to you before. I just
yeah,
haven't switched over yet because I didn't want it to be so like clearly different. But I definitely have never scaled my page like I should have. Like I literally draw the page at
yeah.
print size. So
Oh,
which really limits my brush
yeah, 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 yeah.
control versus like thin
Yeah,
versus thick.
yeah.
I can really only get so fine, with that. So yeah, I definitely probably even in issue 5, I'm going to switch to the
Oh,
11 by
yeah,
17 basically
100%.
digital, and
Yeah,
it'll
yeah,
change my brush control a thousandfold. Like
yeah. That'll help a
it's like
lot.
how I get like really thin lines now is I literally draw them and then I erase some. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh
I take an
no.
eraser in
Yeah,
there
yeah,
just to
yeah.
like,
Oh gosh. Oh,
especially
Steven.
like on
Yeah,
smaller things. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like that's where it's really showing.
Oh my God. Yeah, okay. So doing that will definitely
Yeah,
help. That'll
will
change everything.
definitely help, but it also
Yeah.
means more time too. But I am,
Yeah.
I digress.
Yeah. Oh man. We'll figure out. We are almost through issue 4. You're almost done drawing it. I'm doing my best to get these colors freaking done. Like I said, I'm pulling myself out of this funk. We're gonna start. I'm gonna color more and more. I have been
I
coloring,
still want to get these. I still want
but
to get these
but
final 5 pages or whatever done before March 1st. That's my
yeah,
goal.
that'd
It's
be
still
awesome.
my
And
goal.
then
You know what I'm saying? That's still my
for
my
sure.
focus and it's not that unrealistic because I already have half of page 20 done, and
Yeah.
then I already have half of page 21 roughed. So like
Oh yeah.
it's really not that unrealistic. I mean, the last couple pages are pretty crazy, but
Yeah, dude, there's some crazy stuff coming up.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm sorry. I can't. I know. I hate to do this to the audience, but like, I'm sorry for issue 5 because there is some stuff in issue 5 that I wrote where I was like, I literally in the script was like, I'm sorry, Steven. I don't know, but this would be so cool if we do this.
Yes, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. Definitely gonna need the 11 by 17
Yes.
uh
Oh my God,
drawing
100%.
so I just
Oh,
need to
but
get better at like knowing what to draw in a background. I think that's like where I
yeah,
really start like driving myself nuts is like really hyper fixating. I really need to go by the shapes rule where you basically just draw the block
yeah,
spaces of where you want the most of the image to be present and then just
right,
kind of go from there. Because I look at, I mean, like I say, and like even when to take places in cities and stuff, there's really not a lot of background. They find ways to put lines in proper places that make you see the background that's not there.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Oh
I just
yeah.
gotta get better at that.
Oh, dude, 100%. But yeah, we're doing okay. I think your work is amazing.
I
Still, it's not like
appreciate it.
it's gotten any
I'm
worse.
always going to be hard on
It's
myself
getting
though,
better. I
until
know.
until something like until every page is better than page 2 of Scavengers, I don't think I'll ever, be like
Right.
satisfied.
Oh my
Because that
God.
was a
Yeah.
version of me that was capable of that. So like until my normal is better than that always, I'm going to be judgy of myself.
Oh no. I mean, to an extent, that's kind of the best way to be. We have
Mhm.
to, as long as we're appreciative of what we're doing, where we are, and what we've accomplished to this point. Like what Loki said it in Thor 2. He was just like, satisfaction isn't in my nature, or
Mhm.
it's like we can't really be satisfied with where we
You
are
should never
because
be
that's
comfortable, right? Like you should
well, we're too
always be.
yeah, I mean, I know we're like in perpetual unrest, but like we're also growing all the time.
Mhm.
We're getting better as
And
creators
as
and
humans, you
artists.
don't realize how much you actually appreciate the unrest. Like you think you don't want the unrest, but
Yes.
it really does just drive humans to
Well,
do
it's
the
true.
unthinkable. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah,
just what
and
we
like
do.
I mean, and how many times have we been like, "Oh, there's something terrible happening right now. This must be happiness." And it's
Hmm.
not like we don't want like numbness or stillness. We want to just keep moving forward, hopefully overcoming the various issues and obstacles and pains that life throws our way.
Exactly.
But I feel like I said, like as long as we're thankful for where we are and we're appreciative of like where we've been. regardless of like these little obstacles and hurdles and like frustrations, I think we're doing pretty well. I'm like
Hmm.
I'm super proud of us. I'm looking forward to finishing this book so we can move on to whatever the heck comes next. I'm excited for like this next book I've been writing. I don't know. I guess the audience is Atlas basically, but but you know like mature kids I guess you know but I guess but you know it's also adults because you know like adults read all of those books so you know like
Yeah.
the Harry Potters and the Divergents and the you know all those young
Any
adult.
young adult novel is equally as much an adult novel in especially like with our generation. I would even say Gen X, but like
Yeah,
millennials, basically every generation from Gen X. Now I feel like there were a lot of the boomer generation that were like strictly serious, things like that, but obviously we've stretched
yeah,
the tone of what we want to accept and watch, and
yeah.
it's just we're comfortable in our own skin. We're not worried about, being deemed a loser. In fact,
uh,
it's almost too mainstream now, the things I like. And I hate to sound like that. Like, honestly, I gotta be honest with everyone here. And Anthony can vouch for me. One of the characters that I love more than anything is just so mainstream now that it's hard for me to be like, yeah, Deadpool's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
I'm such like an OG Deadpool fanatic, and it's like, it's like me. It's like liking Pikachu before Pikachu became popular. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Pikachu. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
No, it's awkward now, especially
yeah,
with the like saturation of Marvel and the way people perceive it now, and like the Disneyfication of everything. You
yes,
know, where it's just like so people just like any other prejudice. You know, people associate all of this, all of Marvel or Deadpool or whatever it is with that thing that they don't
hmm.
like or whatever, and you're like, ah, no, I'm not that. Oh man, and
Ah, man, like, I love
it
like
sucks.
once again I go back to it, but like the Uncanny X Force
Oh
Deadpool, like
yeah.
one of my favorite parts in that
The-
entire book. Well, that too, but I'm like where it showed Wade's character is
oh
when Wolverine told him to kick rocks basically because he's just a mercenary, and, he's only in it for the money. And then when he walks out the door, Archangel's like, he never cashed a single check. Like every check that we've paid him,
yeah,
he's literally doing this to be a friend, to be an ally, basically. And
yeah,
it was just like such a cool, like, they don't give Deadpool enough of those moments. They did in the first one. The first
yeah.
couple Deadpools, I do feel like did cover his like serious side, his serious tone, but like most people just see the chimichanga fourth wall breaking
Right.
clown. But anyways, I digress. What I was trying to say is that most things that we used to kind of not have weren't about like able to talk about, not everyone loves them, so it does feel like too mainstream. It's almost like I need to find the next thing. I don't know, like
Well, you know, it's weird. Like
the
I
next
saw,
edge. No, I was kidding.
it's funny though because there's still like this weird. I know this is gonna sound a little gatekeepy, but whatever. It's life. It's not gatekeepy. You just stay with me for a second. But there's a weird like superficiality to people's enjoyment of things these days. And I'm speaking generally, obviously. Like there are people who like watch things and love things and like fully absorb things, right? But
Mhm.
like for instance, on Twitter today, I saw Back to the Future was trending because people were having their minds blown by the fact that Marty hits one of the trees in the Twin Pine Mall, and then when he goes back in time, or when he goes to the future, it's now
It's
the
the
Lone
long,
Pine
yeah.
Mall. No, they were having their minds blown, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe someone noticed this, blah blah blah. It's such an obvious joke in the movie. Like
It
it's
was
a
just like
very
it was played as a straight joke,
it's a
basically. Like
joke. Like and like you see it and you're like, oh haha, he hit that tree. It just like I see how this happened if you're watching the movie, like actually watching it, not staring at your phone, not like doing other things, not constantly, distracted, and actually watching, you just watching, engaging with the narrative at all, you notice that. Like it's not a crazy Easter egg thing. It's not noticing, like it's something in the background. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe they put that in there. So it's just weird when you
And I know what you're
experience.
saying too. And we're not saying like if everyone like loves a certain thing, like that's amazing. But I know what you're saying. It's basically the same old thing where it's like once something becomes popular, there's people that will just like it to further their own
Yeah,
attention seeking needs, I
well,
guess.
yeah, and
Especially especially in today's age with social media and like content farming and engagement, like
yeah, it's been weird. It's been weird
everybody suddenly
lately.
loves everything, and it's only just to get views and clicks and comments. And that's the thing, is they intentionally mess things up so they get
That's
negative comments because they want that
100%.
engagement too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw someone doing that today, and I was just like, ugh. And what was really frustrating is I saw it was like it was a blue check account on Twitter, or so they pay for the account, saying something that was clearly, provably, demonstrably wrong. And then they had a million people commenting and engaging and getting them money. And then someone quote or like post reposted that. I keep saying Twitter. I know it's X, whatever. But someone reposted that who also had the blue check to correct them to be like, haha, look at this idiot. So then there were 4 billion people liking him and posting him. So now you have
Just
two people who are just trying to farm money.
yeah.
It's just farming money from their paid accounts that they have, saying things that
And fun fact,
they
both
don't
of
care
those
about.
people were just bots for the same rich guy. No, I'm just
Probably.
kidding. Like,
No, 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 that's
I mean
very possible.
that's very
It,
possible.
Oh, dude, it's so weird because like it's like you brought up the with like the empty internet situation, like
Dead internet
the
theory,
dead
yeah.
internet theory, and it's just like it feels more
It
and more
feels
like
it.
that's the situation.
It does.
Um, like I see more and more people just leaning into just controversial posts or or like like the halftime thing where it's like like now we're at the point in our society where because of the engagement farming and such and rage baiting and how it works now everything comes with pitchforks, so it's like you're
It's
not
so
allowed
true.
to not like
But
something,
dude,
not allowed to like something.
honestly, in recent memory, when it comes to Super Bowl halftime shows,
Yeah.
in recent memory, every Super Bowl halftime show is the worst Super Bowl halftime show since ever. Like
Well, and
people just
it's also the best halftime show
yeah, but
ever.
it's
You know
also
what
the
I mean?
best. But
And
it's
that's
so crazy. It's every year. It's
every
just
year. It's like
and it's like
the
why are
best
we
everyone.
I
Yeah,
don't get
and
it.
and here's my
Watch what you
opinion that
want to watch. It's
that's
so
it.
simple. It's
It's
so simple.
and not to mention, dude, like it's just I mean, there's so many things about like the halftime show and the people's opinions about it that I think are just so absurd. Obviously, there are terrible people out there who are just ridiculous, prejudiced monsters who want to hate people and like will just simply be ignorant and aggressively so for the sake of being ignorantly and aggressively so, and
Mhm.
whatever they feel like they're heroes to their own whatever nationality they claim to, like there's you're not me, so I don't like you, like whatever they're gonna do, but they're always gonna do that. I feel
Yeah,
like,
it's just
and
a
I feel like
guarantee.
they're going to do that, they're going to be those people, so I feel like I just don't like the whole if you don't enjoy this, you must be one of those hateful people, or if you enjoy this, you must be one of these other people. Like I'm just like, what happened? What happened to just enjoying something
By the
or
way, we're just talking about a pop artist. You know what I'm
what
saying? Like we're literally talking about
we're
something that's just
literally
in popular culture
that's literally what
that
it is.
suddenly has 1,000 things attached to it.
And
And
that's yeah, and that's what it and I think that's where I am. And like I posted like I commented on someone's Facebook about it where I was like, it's really weird that everything has so many layers attached to it and not like, oh, this is so like intelligently complicated. Like like, oh my God, I really have to like decipher all of these things. It's just the matter of like everyone makes all of these dangerous associations with every opinion and it's just another prejudice. And I'm just like, oh man, you can't really like beat prejudice with prejudice. It's like freaking Bad Bunny said, where it's like love, love is stronger than
yeah,
hate. So it's like, what are we doing?
literally, that's another thing I thought was really funny too. For the ones that were just disliking it purely out of prejudice, is it's like
Well,
honestly, he hit all the notes that you want to hear
right,
anyway. He said, "God bless America." He said, like
right,
like it's togetherness, like
yeah,
we're all hard workers. We're this, like
100%.
where did he have? Because he's saying in Spanish, I guess. And I'm only talking to the specific group. I know there's people that
Right.
just, for example, someone
What?
like me. I
Yeah.
don't listen to that kind of music, but I also don't go into a halftime show expecting to be catered to. I know Coheed and Cambria is never playing a Super.
Okay, thank you.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
so glad you said that because that's exactly how I feel, Steven. I was like, I said that to our friend Mark, where I was just like, I'm not the audience for any halftime show that's ever existed.
Ever. I'll never be. There might be an artist that my dad like, listen to. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
think Aerosmith played the Super Bowl one year. Of course I know Aerosmith, but I'm gonna be honest with all you. I'm not the biggest Aerosmith fan either.
No,
I like I like Aerosmith as much as everyone who touch and goes on the radio listens to
right,
Aerosmith.
right, right.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I did enjoy the Kendrick one, but I did like some songs from Kendrick. So like I went into that because of Brandon. Brandon's like, and
Right, right,
my
right.
brother listens to a lot of Kendrick, so
Yeah.
like I was inspired by him. But yeah, I'm never gonna see Coheed headline a
No.
Super Bowl show.
Like,
It
so
would be the
okay.
best show ever for me.
Here,
But
I'll give you the flip side of that coin so people aren't just like, look at them. They're just, these people. I appreciate Kendrick Lamar's lyricism and actually like a lot of his songs now because I work in a place where they listen to a lot of Kendrick and a lot of stuff. But I really like the lyricism. I didn't really like the halftime show. I thought it was a little lame, like just like it visually kind of lame, and then not to mention the fact that I thought it was very awkward to have a diss track as the main of
true, the main
performance.
selling
The
point.
main selling point of a halftime show is dissing Drake. I thought that was weird. I'm just like, it's very strange. It's like saying happy birthday to someone. Like if you did the other way, if it was like, oh, this is a song for my mom, it would be
Which, by the
weird.
way,
It's weird.
I think that couple that got married on the Bad Bunny
That
one
was
was actually getting married, which is
I don't
really
know
sweet
for
and
sure,
cute.
but it,
No,
it
I think I
seemed
did
like
read
it,
the
and I
story.
hope.
Now, it could just be a clickbait article I
Yeah, I
read, but
don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure I read an
Um,
article saying
but
like
it,
they basically slammed them. Anyways,
No, I was gonna. So anyway, just to wrap that up, like, but that being said, I don't care. I'm not gonna go online and post about how I didn't look
n-
good for Kendrick Lamar, the way it didn't visually stimulate me personally. I don't care. What are you doing? Like, but I think the problem is I should be. Of course, I should be allowed to say that without someone going like, "What are you, a racist?" And then also, but also, I'm not going to because why would I? I'm not gonna.
yeah.
I'm
See,
also.
we just don't really go for that now, unless
We're
it's
not the
something like
people. Yeah, I was gonna say we're
we
not
just
the
don't yuck yum, right? We don't
That's
yuck
where
other people's
we're
yum.
not the people, young
Yeah.
people's dumb. But I do like to talk about things, and I like to talk about things in a like constructive way with my friends, But
Hmm.
like, it sucks. But I guess the point is like you don't, you stay in your lane, Like I don't
Yeah.
go online when someone's like, this is my favorite thing, and I'm like, you're actually a monster, blah, blah, blah. And like that's the problem is
The
people are.
last opinion I would want to hear about a Coheed Super Bowl halftime show is someone that doesn't know who the hell Coheed and Cambria is.
Exactly.
I'm not going to go on and
Yeah.
just like give my opinions on this,
It's
Bad Bunny or anyone that I don't
no.
listen to. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. Like I have no place in this at all. Like, and honestly, we watched the whole halftime show. I'm like, we were watching the Super Bowl, which is so funny because I don't even really like football, but the Super Bowl feels like one of those events where it gives you an excuse to overeat calories and just veg out. And yeah, I mean, we always watch it, but like, anyways, I
Yeah.
digress. I just wish people were more chill with one
I
another.
know, me too, dude. It's so I more than anything, and I understand like there are a lot of things to complain about this. More than anything, I just hate how it becomes everyone's identity for at least a week. You know what I
it's
mean?
it's
Where I'm
like
like,
this is the current meta. Like I
yeah,
like as someone who plays like like online games like such
yeah,
as like Marvel Rivals, everything has a meta and like this is it's literally how I feel. Like I dread. I'm like, oh, the Super Bowl's coming up. There's already rumblings in the streets about this halftime show. This is
yep,
going to be the meta for the next 3 weeks about how this person
right,
hates this and this person doesn't like
dude.
that.
It's
And I'm
it's
just like so dreading it. Like
You know what it is? It's like it's like dipping your toe in the pool of like the election time. You know what I mean? Like
ugh.
that's how it feels. Like, everyone shut up, just shut up. Everyone stop it. Stop what you're doing. And I just like, oh my God, please aliens, please come and help us or destroy us or just like save us from ourselves. We need Dr. Manhattan to try to destroy the world so we can
I
destroy him.
need that big blue floppy dick in my face,
We
okay?
really do. We need
It's
that
the
big blue
dick of
fluffy.
truth. We all
It
know
really is.
this.
Because we it doesn't it suck? Like I hate that, and I hate it, Stephen, because it does feel like as a country, as a freaking world, obviously, but we need something that we can all just kind of hate together for a little bit.
We need to
That
fight a
like
giant monster destroying
we
the planet.
we
Like we
need a
just
giant
need
we need a giant monster.
Project Bluebeam if you're real. I guess generate that thing and be evil government people and make us all focus on this fake
Oh my God.
digital monster just to give us some focus or
Oh
something.
my
I don't
God. I
know.
it's nuts, right? And it's you don't want to hope for that, but here we are, just like,
Here we
oh,
are.
please. No, it's crazy though, but I'm hoping that's what AI is actually for. I'm
We're all
hoping
going to unite and destroy it.
I hope we all yeah, I hope it's like they're like, "Oh my God, we thought this was just a tool for fun and funsies and to make like silly videos, but now it built the robot of itself and we have to fight this giant mech kaiju. Good thing we've been working on this other kaiju."
That can only be piloted by everyone agreeing and working together. I don't know what Captain Planet storyline you pulled this from, but I'm all about it.
I am all about this. If everyone doesn't believe, you're dead. You're dead. No. It's wild, dude. I don't know. It's so frustrating. I think that's
It shows Kid Rock, and he's just like, Bad Bunny, will you be my friend in this to defeat this giant Mechzilla? And Bad Bunny's
Gerald.
like, friend, don't you mean brother? And then it's just we're attacking this Mechazilla together, baby.
Are we about the ball with this ball?
Are we about
Oh
to
my
ball
God.
with this ball?
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, I can. Oh God, it's we need it, Steven. We
We
need
need
it
it
right
so
now.
bad.
We just need everyone to shut up and come together to fight a
You know how
giant
important
robot.
Borders would be if there was a Mechazilla monster
Oh my
like attacking
God.
the
I
planet?
just, I'm not praying for Skynet, but I'm kind of praying for. We usually don't talk about anything even remotely political, but I feel like it's more about social media and the
It's
way
more
people
about
treat each
attacking the whole
other.
idea of
Yeah.
being
I,
political
I'm
online as
just,
a
I'm
whole.
just so, I'm so, like, the people who are so habitually and, like, just extensively, just
Fixated.
irrevocably, like, just, like, people are
Let's
just
talk
online.
about unicorns and like Tiger Men or something. Let's just like The
Man,
Lost Boys. It's a great movie. Let's just
okay. Okay, Steven, you know what? I hate, we're talking about AI a little bit. You know what I don't understand? Okay. I don't understand
Mm-mm.
how, I get how AI works to an extent, but like, and it's always going to be limited, for various reasons. But like, how is it not like Seth Brendel, like from The Fly? Like Seth Brendel from The Fly. If you watch The Fly, he's like, I didn't invent teleportation. I just took ideas from here and there, and I put them together, and it was there. It was, like he's just like I saw these people were inventing this stuff, and I saw these people were inventing this stuff, and this people were inventing this stuff. I put them all together, and invented t teleportation. And but why isn't AI like why can't I like why don't people go on there and be like, hey, let's cure cancer this week? You know what I mean? Like, hey,
Like
let's
just
like I'm
let's
gonna use
fixate.
you like AI. You have all of the here's all the information we could possibly have to travel back in time or travel, to help our space program, whatever it may be, to find make or grow resources or whatever it is. Let's do that. And instead they're like everything else. Like literally like anything else. Like
Don't you want to see Donkey Kong beating the crap out of Captain Falcon?
Steve,
Sorry.
Steven, we saw a
That's
literal
just Smash
commercial.
Brothers. I was like trying
Yeah,
to
it's
make it
just
sound like
Smash
it was
Brothers.
impressive. It's just literally Smash Brothers. They already exist. We don't need AI for that.
We saw a commercial where it was like, do you want, don't you want your kids to know their grandma after she's passed? If you just upload all of the pictures of her and her voice, like you can have her around forever. And I'm like, Black Mirror did an episode on this. What are you doing? Go cure diseases and
Do
stuff. Like,
it.
what are we?
That's why I think like to an extent, like I'm gonna sound crazy, and I was kind of talking about. I really do think AI is literally just it's pegged as being more impressive than it actually is. I think like the Oz's veil is slowly dropping on the AI, and I don't think
Mhm.
it's like as deep as they're making it seem. Like it's just basically a super connected browser. Like it's really what's
Yeah,
becoming more and more apparent to me. Like it's
right.
like they made it sound like it was this next big thing, and it
Well,
parts of it feel that way, but other parts of it feel like I think
but
this
like
is just like over marketed. I think it's
I,
like
I
it's
I
being
think so
oversold
too.
on what it is.
I think so too. I was curious earlier today, right? And I was thinking about it because I was like, I need something to talk about in the podcast. So like I'm gonna use Grok and see like, what I can do or what it knows, right? So I was like, hey Grok, tell me about the We Have Issues podcast, right?
Hmm.
And Steven, it was like, oh, the We Have Issues podcast is two creators, Anthony LaFusi, also known as Stevie Wildcard. And I was like, here's the thing, dude, like it doesn't say that anywhere. Like it doesn't say I am known as Stevie Wildcard anywhere on the internet, right? So like that's just a complete failure of having information, like of just
Hmm.
assessing information that you find,
And that's just a
like you
very
cure it.
simple
And that's a
question to
super,
answer. That
that's
doesn't
a
involve
super
like the third valve of the heart and what it can and can't do.
exactly. That's exactly why I wanted to use it as an example. So it's like I think you're onto something with that, obviously. Like I
I think
unfortunately don't think that the Skynet robot is going to be destroying us or trying to destroy us anytime soon. And if it does, it's going to be a complete moron. So
yeah, it's gonna be like humans are weak when their ears are tickled. Ah. It's like, no, that's wrong information. I
This
actually
is
just like
not
that. That's just one of my
we
things.
some people are
So,
really into this. Anyway, I all right. Let's see, Stephen. But every week we always end the show talking about what we're going to do next, what our goals are, how and what we're going to accomplish next. So, what are you aiming for this week?
I am going to take my wife on an amazing date on
Heck
Saturday, hopefully, and then, but in doing so, around that event, I'm definitely looking to finish page 20 and 21, and then I might even just start roughing the rest of the comics so I have like set in stone stuff to work on. But yeah, I at least 20 and 21 need to get done, so that's
heck
my
yeah.
goal.
I'm gonna have a busy week, dude. I'm gonna have such a busy week.
Ugh.
So Atlas, unfortunately, for the first time in the 7 years. No, oh my God, it's been longer than that. 9 years now. Oh my God, it's been like 9 years. Yeah, that no 8. It's the first time in 8 years. Yeah, first time in 8 years he's not going to be with me on his actual birthday.
Ugh.
It just happens to be the week where she gets her days, where his mom gets her days. Um, and it sucks. I'm like really mad about it, but also it's a little bit bittersweet because the thing we got for him is freaking amazing, and I'm so excited to build it and get it all set up. Did I tell you what we're doing?
Actually, I don't think you did.
He can't hear me. He's in his room. I'm gonna try to speak a little softer. So, dude, we got him the one up Mortal Kombat 2 machine
Oh,
that
nice.
that also comes with Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, it's Mortal Kombat 3 and Mortal Kombat 3 Ultra and like it's like 17 games in one.
Oh, that's sick.
Dude, also at my work, my boss has a bunch of arcade games and he's selling me one of them for $75. It's a Pac-Man game. So what
That's
I'm
awesome.
Dude, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build the Mortal Kombat 2 machine and take the Pac-Man machine and I'm gonna clean out his closet and I'm gonna put them next to each other in the closet with a big neon sign and make like an arcade in his closet.
Oh, he's gonna freaking lose it.
Dude, I can't wait. I'm so excited. We've been like just dying for this. Like we're just like, oh my God, he's going to love this so much, dude. And then for his birthday, we rented out the arcade, so we all
Yeah.
get
So
to,
when we're
come
going
in.
to that, by the way, the girls were
Oh,
supposed to
are
have
you?
a so the girls were supposed to have a parade that
Yeah.
Sunday. So we were like kind of like but then we're like, no, we can't miss Alice's birthday. So the girls just aren't going to be in the parade.
Oh, are you
Just the way
sure?
it's
I
got to
mean,
be.
that's
Yeah.
amazing, dude. I was really hoping you guys would go, but I mean,
I'm just retro zone, right? That's where
yeah,
we're going. Yeah.
yeah. Dude, I can't wait. And he actually has like 5 friends going too,
Oh,
like
that's
with
awesome.
you
So the
guys. So
girls will have some of yeah.
it's gonna. Oh my God, it's gonna be like a party, like a kids party. It's fun. I can't freaking wait. I'm so excited though. But so in addition to that, I'm also going out to eat with Carly. I think on Friday we're going to do that because then on Saturday we are going to play Dungeons and Dragons as like with Carly's brother. And it's
Hmm.
just like that's gonna be like we're gonna have like a Valentine's Day like fun Dungeons and Dragons date like double date situation. And I have to write all of that this week. So I have to, so I, but I'm gonna get some coloring done because like I usually wake up early.
Hmm.
Um, like
Yeah. So you
I
have the
wake up
time in
early.
the morning.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start like just coloring in the morning, and then also like after dinner, just color. I'm gonna do enough every day to at least get 1 page done. I should be able to get like a page and a half done. I'm gonna aim for a page and a half, but we'll see. But that's what we're doing this week. Let us know what you're doing this week. Let us know what you think of the show. Let us know if you shared it anywhere, and if you did, just know that we love you and we're thankful for you. If you didn't, we still love you. Who cares? Thank you for watching it. Thank you for watching the show and making it this
We
far
love
and
you guys.
supporting us. We love you so much. Steven, you want to say anything else before we go?
Thank you so much for tuning in each and every week, all 3,000 of you. We appreciate you. We love you, 3,000. And I hope all of your weeks are wonderful. And if any of you have people to celebrate with, I hope your Valentine's days are also wonderful. If you don't have someone to celebrate with, fuck that holiday, that piece of shit fucking holiday. Fuck it to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, love you guys.
Background. Oh gosh.
Submit
Okay.
it.
Thank you so much for everything. Until next time, I'm Anthony,
I'm Stevie Wildcard.
and this has been We Have Issues. We'll see you next week.
Oh shit, no booms.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, 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 boom. Now that is one big pile of boom.
Okay, Okay, before we get in, but like normally at the end of every show, we talk about what we're gonna do next.
Mhm.
I just want to ask real quick, just real quick, because we've been talking about a lot of stuff. Have you ever seen a hot air balloon take off?
Not in person, but I've seen like the whole flamethrower act like
Yeah.
on TV, like where they just
Dude,
get this fire going.
it occurred to me today that I've never seen a hot air balloon take off because as I was driving to work, there was just a hot air balloon being inflated right in front of me, and it was like right next to my work, and
That's crazy.
I was like, oh man, this is cool. And it's so funny, like how childlike you become when you see a giant balloon, and I'm just like, ooh, look at
This
this.
is such a cool
This is
concept.
so cool, dude. The entire office went outside and watched it take off, and it was so cute. Like we're all out there, we're all just a bunch of adults, just all watching in awe of hot air rising.
Just like wow.
And I was just like, oh man, I know we don't have like, we're never gonna have flying cars, but like maybe someday we can have some
It's so
customized.
unfortunate that the
Yeah.
Hindenburg had to happen because like Zeppelins were a pretty cool means of transportation. We could have
So
maybe
cool,
maybe we could
yeah.
have fine-tuned that so we didn't have horrible explosions in the sky, but
But no, I mean maybe AI could give us some answers. But I'm
that's one
still,
thing I
yeah.
always liked in Warcraft when I did play Warcraft is
Oh
like the
god,
Horde.
yeah, yeah,
Like the Horde would basically have Zeppelins. Like they had like these
yeah.
like hot air balloons because the Goblin engineers like engineered Zeppelins basically. And I always thought it's just such a cool little it looks so cool in that medieval setting, like
Right.
this like
Oh yeah.
tattered looking blimp.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, it's such a cool thing. But yeah, went the way of the dodo, obviously. But anyways,
Yeah. Oh well. Excuse me. All right.